Really difficult, hard-fought set from both sides. Both these players have definitely done a lot of work to get here, and now it looks like we're just waiting to get into this game here.
Yeah, I guess one of the questions I got for you, Zeal, is how do you expect Rob to adapt in terms of stage selection? I think we might see PS2 as a starter, but I don't really want to give Young Link that much space if you're on the side of Rob.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that myself, and I'm not surprised to see that we're going to go to small battlefield here. It feels like in a lot of these projectile matchups, this is kind of what ends up being a more neutral pick, especially when it's like a zoner on zoner sort of thing, because Anathema and Kobe are both going to be looking for space, but when it comes down to it, they're going to want those small side blast zones to actually deal in the kills.
And we can see it right now, Kobe doing a very good job of controlling the ground and just playing a very safe mid-range game to try and poke out Anathema, doing good jobs just hammering on the shield. And right now, I do like his use of the bomb plucking to say that we have so much control of the space overall. But it takes one combo starter from Rob, like you know, Zeal, to really get things kicked off.
Absolutely, yeah. And Anathema, I mean, already said it once today, I'll say it again. This is the guy who knows every single Rob Zero to Death. We saw it at Summit. We've seen it so many times. He really puts the Rob, that is the namesake of that character sometimes, is to actually rob the game away from your opponent. And Anathema is not afraid to bear that namesake with pride here. Just playing some neutral, though. We are on a small battlefield. And one thing I feel like was pretty interesting that we've already sort of seen is that Kobe was able to pick up the gyro and then just started shooting some arrows and throwing boomerangs. So that can definitely be a huge thing in this matchup. If you're able to take that gyro away from Rob, you still have a pretty decent selection of your tools there without even having to go into the Z-drop aerial territory.
Great coverage so far from Kobe, doing right now, I want to see just a little more control with that arrow placement. I feel like his arrow control is so good compared to other Young Links right now. He does a great job following off these arrows, but has to find a way back to the stage. Bomb recovery, he'll make it back for sure this time, but has to dodge the spike, and unfortunately, it's not enough.
Huge down tilt train into a very well placed down air there from Anathema to go ahead and get this back in the realm of even here. Definitely what we were expecting to see from, first of all, a player like Kobe, who's been having just an insane run at this tournament. Definitely one of the tournaments of this person's career, or to make it rather. And Anathema, someone who we would expect to be able to sort of come back from a loss deficit quite that easily.
Right now, just trying to find any way they can to control the ground. Kobe jumping in. I like the way he's using these fairs to try and get a fair one confirm, but good boomerang usage. The gyro coming to assistance. And oh, if he went for that up B, he could have had such a nice confirm.
Yeah, the gyro, I mean, again, we're talking, before we were just seeing arrows, we were seeing boomerangs, but now, you know, the aerials have actually started to come out to play here, tossing the gyro down into a nair, and then and just chipping up the damage, really tagging on a lot of percent here to Anathema, who now seems stuck on this platform here, no gyro in hand. I like the forward air opportunity there from Kobe, showing a lot of confidence running off, but instead, oh, no, never mind. Anathema actually going to be a victim of some greed there. There's two overextensions coming out from the players, but one of them resulting in a stock. Love Anathema waiting for that bomb there, and again, we're just right back to even just like that.
Yeah, you have to respect the dare coming out on the side of Young Link. That move, when you get the strong hitbox, has such impressive kill power, especially on heavier characters where if you're trying to reach in, you do run the risk of just losing a stock early. Kobe just continuing so many chains, especially off of these bomb conversions, 88%, and he's still just demanding center stage. Anathema trying to find any way they can to get in, and it's becoming some pretty dire straits.
Yeah, and despite this being a matchup where this is definitely two characters that are archetypally zoners, it seems really terrifying for Anathema to actually use any of those projectiles, because throwing gyro to the other side of the stage and offering that to Kobe has already resulted in so much loss percent. So now we're seeing Anathema actually have to take more of a boxing-oriented playstyle to this matchup.
Kobe still just trying to block away. The bomb setting up some confirms, and now Kobe waiting for that hitbox, going below the stage, a pretty brave option on both sides. But now the Nair connects, and it is enough. That strong hitbox, Zeal, has so much power behind it.
Yeah, it's an incredible stuffing tool, and also, obviously, as we've just seen, has the kill power to sort of close out these games here, and that's going to be Kobe going up 1-0 over Anathema. Anathema, though, no slouch, obviously not going to let that one rattle him too much. Gonna go pick some music instead, maybe try to reset the mental a little bit and just go next.
Look, the music counterpick is a pretty important part of this whole setup. You have to play with music, you know. It's kind of like the look good, feel good mentality, but
Kobe, no headphones though. Might get in the way of the hair.
Hey, I mean, that's all right, but one thing I do want to see coming out on the side of Anathema is just how well they can maybe oppress some of these options. We don't see Kobe really going for too many up Bs out of shield, but if you hold shield, we've seen success from that, especially on other players who have played Kobe earlier in the bracket, but now got to find a way past this wall, and Kobe's trap network is airtight.
Yeah, and I think the reason why I guess we might be seeing like a specific lack of that option is because it seems like in a matchup like this, especially again where Rob is going to want to approach you, going for shield might set up for a lot of down tilt pressure on the shield. It's like offering yourself up to get, nared and pressured out of that, because, these top players, it's not just about punishing the shield, it's often about punishing what comes after, and showing them that data for free is very precious information that you don't really want to divulge. So Kobe, I guess, opting to use the projectiles and the aerials a little bit as defensive options here. Very definitely telling of the level of skill here. And Anathema with a double toss, but not the ones that we're sort of acquainted with so far in Ultimate, a new one.
I mean, it's a great call out on the defensive options on the side of Kobe, and we have to just give Anathema credit. They know exactly their timings on the gyro. Percent racks up so quickly when you start to panic and disadvantage against Rob. But same can be said for Kobe, going back to the tried and true strategy of just holding down the center, and I like that side B from Anathema to reflect the bomb.
Yeah, that was definitely a very, how do you say, unorthodox option from Anathema, but definitely getting it done there, reflecting that bomb and allowing him to come back on stage to play here for just a little longer this stock. Great down there on the boomerang as well. Just, I love Anathema's recoveries because, Rob, I think it's definitely worth saying, this character's disadvantage is pretty bad. A lot of characters can come and contest him both landing and off stage. I think Youngling definitely having the resources to do so, but Anathema just so practiced, so many different timings and different ways that you can stall on that recovery. So definitely we're receiving a masterclass in it right now.
Yeah, I mean, Rob has a lot of ways that he can find ways to get around Youngling's trap network, but I think one of the things that Anathema does very well is staying off stage so he can recharge his shield. It's really great that he's cognizant of what resources he has just outside of the jump, but Kobe really struggling to find the kill confirms right now, and Anathema, really great shield discipline, but fair too, that'll seal it up.
Yeah, and it looks like finally right there we had Anathema in the lead, and that's when this matchup is really going to flip, because that's when, instead of Anathema being forced to approach sort of as we've seen so far, Kobe is the one who actually has to come in, and he is able to get it with an aggressive forward air, but now before paying a heavy tax, and Anathema just going to side B that stock right off.
Yeah, doing a good job right now. A nice follow-up off the up throw, a little bit of an unconventional route from Youngling, but great presence of mind from Kobe to set up the bomb.
Anathema really looking devious here, trying to cheese out this one with a down air. They're quick stock to end this game too, but not yet. Alas, still off stage is Kobe.
Trying to find any way they can to do some more aggressive options on the stage, but Kobe just getting sabotaged by his own bomb and called out on the defensive route. Anathema ties up, and that small battlefield adaptation was pretty solid on the side of Anathema. Yeah,
the bonus damage coming out from the bomb there, coupled with just that huge hard read that Anathema had on Kobe's option out of disadvantage there. Gonna pave the way to this game 3. Definitely looking really even right now. Of course, both these players capable of getting to top 8, so definitely within their ability to adapt and come back in this set right now.
Yeah, I really want to see how Kobe's able to maybe take back that tempo. We saw in game 1, his ability to control the stage was instrumental in how he was able to succeed, but Anathema's just been constantly pressuring him, and he hasn't been able to set up that trap network at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of this matchup right now is really just defined again by who has the lead, because we're seeing Anathema. We weren't seeing this type of aggression early on. We weren't seeing this type of pressure. It seemed like Anathema was maybe only trying to like half commit to the game plan of getting in and massively pressuring Kobe so that he then didn't have the onus of approach on him. But now Anathema is surely committed to just getting in there, trying to get these early stocks. Not much gyro play at all, not even really lasers to speak of, just good old-fashioned Rob normals. Gonna use a couple of those projectiles to get out of the corner here, and even a projectile of Kobe's in that bomb. A buffered forward air out of shield and a Z-drop gyro on shield once again to go ahead and put the pressure on, but no stocks flying just yet.
Yeah, Kobe now just trying to find any way they can to get out of these down throw routes, but Anathema doesn't cover the do-nothing option this time, but I like that he's just basically getting a read option on what Kobe likes to do defensively out of the down throw. The patience and discipline from both of these players is something to behold, but that patience and discipline. Oh,
wow,
good
Nair combo breaking there. Yeah, Kobe actually getting a second lease at life, it looked like there. On most other characters, that up air would have been true. No option would have been fast enough, other than maybe an air dodge, which I think could have been frame trapped by Anathema. Now instead, Kobe taking this first stock, putting down some bombs, getting comfy under that platform. Now it's Anathema's time to really, really shine on the aggressive.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is Kobe is a little bit more aggressive now this game. He was pretty measured throughout the course of the second game, but now swinging at the shield, trying to hold Anathema into shield, but not enough just yet. The bomb starting to snipe Anathema in the air and trying to send that tone that you can't really hide above me and just recharge your shield with using the up B.
The awareness of Anathema is absolutely something that has to be just talked about right now, because he is using specific throw animations to put people into gyro so that they receive bonus damage during the throw. Because no knockback can be received during that throw animation, but you can still get hit by bomb, as we saw in last game, and you can also get hit by gyro. Anathema's throwing gyro up and then locking his opponent into, not only locking his opponent into the grab to take the damage, but also sometimes having to compensate using specific throw animations to do so. It's just incredible there, because you never see Rob forward throw, but right there we did, just to guarantee that little bit of extra damage. Just goes to show again, I don't call Anathema the Rob genius for nothing.
And that strong Nair closes out another stock. Kobe with a pretty commanding lead and some mid percents on the second stock, but we know that Rob has insane combo potential, and that is a huge equalizer to shut Kobe down. It now, to me, Zeal, looks like the biggest way you can find success here is just showing you have mastery not only over your items, but the items your opponent is handing you as well.
Yeah, and that's definitely already been a big part of this. I mean, we've seen Anathema with bomb in hand from Young Link. We've seen Kobe with gyro in hand, and both times there have been really instrumental combos that have resulted from both big pressure sequences. But right now, Anathema really looking to be on top. Kobe with the offensive Nair to come back, and this should be a huge punish for Anathema here. Up throw, what's he looking for here? Maybe a Nair, not quite going to land. Trying to forward smash that neutral get up, but just barely missing the timing there. Interval missed, and Kobe was allowed to roll back in.
And now we can see Kobe just being a little more defensive with their bomb usage, actually soft dropping it at the ledge, so they're not trying to force an option out of Anathema, tying up the percents now, and Anathema just floating barely out of that range. The bomb connects, doesn't go for the up air. We're so close to kill percents right now, Zeal.
Yeah, the percents are just mounting and mounting here. 100% plus on Anathema here, but that's just rage in the tank. It means nothing unless you're able to take that stock. A down throw here could be absolutely abysmal for Kobe.
Kobe just trying to find any way they can to connect. We're getting closer and closer to the F throw percents. And now just having to steel yourself, especially against the lingering back airs of Rob.
Kobe, another offensive down air in, and I think that's just going to be the game here. No proper DI, no up tilt in order to put him higher there. Oh, footstool actually from Kobe, followed by that buffered Nair to get back onto stage. Huge ledge trap situation here for Kobe. This could be the game.
Both players trying to hold on to these options to the last possible second. The fair doesn't connect. Kobe is able to make it back to the stage and reset the trap network at the ledge, and the Nair connects. Game 3 goes to Kobe, and now Anathema is basically put in a checkmate position.
Yeah, Anathema, I think, right there was looking for both the mobility and that lingering weak hitbox of the back air that we were talking about there. He wanted to sort of sail over and past Kobe's shield with back air and also maybe get a hit or two on the way out. But Kobe, too strong, way too, clocked in to miss that opportunity for a Nair there to end that game. So, yeah, game 3 going over to Kobe here. This is Anathema not only on set point, but on tournament point right now. This is someone who's seeded to get, I think, 3rd at this tournament.
Yeah, that is a huge chance for Kobe to play upset in this tournament. And these dares have been punishing so many of these later hit options from Rob. Kobe being a little bit passive right now and just trying to chip away at Anathema before they can explode the lead. But good Lord.
Anathema's not going to take it lying down there, though. There's always a follow-up here. Is it going to be back air? Is it going to be down air, side B? Kobe somehow making it past all of that. Anathema really stalling out there with the up B to try and find something, but nothing could be located.
Look at that bomb recovery coming out from Kobe. The discipline to know, all right, the bombs reset us, plucks again, makes it back, and uses the bomb to jailbreak out of the combo.
That is insane. What presence of mind from Kobe there. You knew that he had the bomb on the ledge and knew that that would protect him from many, many options that Rob has in that ledge trap scenario.
And here we go. Anathema calls out with the up air. Kobe at 160, you are guaranteed gone. but Anathema has to have extreme discipline with their shield to make sure they don't get touched by Young Link and explode off of fair.
Absolutely, yeah, because as we were saying, I mean, getting hit once here could mean certain death for Anathema, and, I mean, saying it again, the lead just feels so important in this matchup. We haven't seen a stage change, no counter picks. These guys are okay with playing the game they're playing right now, and that game is just getting that lead, holding it for as long as possible, and, you know, demonstrating any, you know, item, item prowess with the other characters' tools.
I mean, look at the bravery to parry the Bear 1 coming out from Kobe. Closes up with that fair, but now a little bit of a mountain to climb, 92%. It's one good combo route from Young Link, but you have to find a way to get in on Anathema, holding a huge wall on defense, parrying so many projectiles, and now Kobe trying to use the Zair to poke out and try and get a cute start.
Yeah, and I have to say, this is much the same state of the game that we saw in that last encounter here, and not going to go the same way, because last game Kobe was at 98% and was almost able to even it up before losing that stock, but instead now Anathema just with an even larger lead here, nearly lapping Kobe in percent.
But again, we've seen Kobe go on a huge tear before, so no lead feels safe, even on the side of Anathema. The fire arrow confirms just barely missing, and Kobe really trying to show some of that technical mastery of how their hitboxes can extend their advantage.
Yeah, the advantage state of Young Link just so incredibly strong here. The damage output, absolutely nothing to run into here if you're Anathema. Anathema still opting to put on the pressure, though. It almost seems like he has something to say here in this game 4, wants to end this one quick, does not want to exacerbate the game in any way, shape, or form, because as the game sort of went longer and longer last time, the lead just closed until eventually Kobe was able to find it.
It's almost like the scene in Star Wars where you're trying to get against the collapsing walls with Young Link applying shield pressure to you.
What a roll read.
Wow. You're basically playing against a timer when you're like when Young Link does get a lead. You can slow down the game in so many ways if you are in Kobe's position. Anathema doing a great job shoring up their defense and finding a way to clutch out game 4. This is exactly what you want when you sign into a top 8 at any event.
Exactly. Anathema, you know, like you said, really battening down the hatches, putting, you know, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's of their own defense, while also surveying and scouting the defense of their opponent, eventually being able to find a crack, using that up smash there to catch that roll out of the corner. Fantastic play from Anathema. And I mean, we're going to game 5. What else can be said here? These have been 4 really, I mean, jam-packed games so far, so can't wait to see what we're going to have in number 5 here, as both players, again, playing so conservatively. They really don't want to go for any risks here, don't want to risk taking any large amounts of percent. Just going to go ahead and play the neutral game out here a little bit, relying on those neutral defining projectiles these characters are so obviously known for.
And Anathema just doing a great job of parrying so far. It's been stray hit after stray hits for both of these players. And Kobe finding a great job to connect off of the back air. You have to stop the bleeding somehow right now. But again, just holding center stage, the discipline from Kobe to not overextend into Anathema.
Yeah, it really feels like Kobe is kind of going for a different game plan here right now. Not so much in terms of just of changing the way in which they're using the projectiles, but rather the frequency, especially in the corner. He has Anathema in the corner, and really it feels like he's playing more keep away than actually trying to get the stock. And instead, Anathema, now that Kobe is over in the corner, I wonder what we're going to see, how fast this is going to start flying, because Anathema, as we've seen, is just a genius at finding these stocks so quickly off of 1 or 2, you know, decisions.
I mean, the first stock has dictated so much over the course of this set. Anathema's reaching the higher percents where Young Link can start getting these down tilt confirms, and you have to be very aware of how Kobe's going to retreat and look to cheat some of these options by using these safer on-shield hits like Bear and Nair.
Anathema, and you can tell, really fiending for the stock right now, but playing super disciplined at the same time. Really respecting the options at a disadvantage from Kobe. Nairs are flying, forward airs are getting dragged down, but Anathema always finding himself in shield in those moments. Really, again, emphasizing this, you know, importance of that first stock.
Yeah, trying to find any way they can to reassure and get a bigger lead, but 145 and trapped in the corner. It's not really a position you want to be in as Rob. The laser's offline, the dash attack connects, and it's still not enough.
Single-digit percents away from killing that dash attack. So close.
And now we can see Kobe still looking to try and shark out Anathema, but that Nair is so safe and finds a way to cover Anathema most of the time.
Kobe looking to finally go out and try and end it there with that double jump Nair, but oh, Anathema actually coming back on stage with another side B, utilizing the reflector. Such incredible utility that Rob sports all around. But regardless, Kobe actually going to find the stock with forward throw of all things, and being saved from the down smash of Anathema is Kobe by that bomb. Unbelievable. Now Kobe going to have an opportunity to sort of expand this lead once again here.
And once again, Kobe with his presence of mind, using bombs to such great ability to save him from so many combos that would have killed him. We're at a pretty much an even game at this point, Zeal, and now Kobe just has to keep it slow and do exactly what they were doing that first stock. Be present of the laser, worry about how Anathema's trying to set you up, and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Youngling, I feel like really, and Rob as well, really change as characters from what they're sort of understood to be in the larger meta of this game in this particular matchup. Because again, we've got Rob functioning almost like a brawler archetype, it feels like a lot of the time. Very rare that we see a gyro come out. Huge combo there from Kobe again, of course, but will he be able to find it? Yes, of course, with the Nair there on the platform. Great usage and space control there.
And look at this, Kobe at 0%, 160, and he was unanswered. The first time he's been touched on his second stock. Kobe is playing like a man on fire right now, totally covering the options of Anathema.
But wait,
hold
triple
on, here it
toss,
comes.
triple toss into side B, actually going to take it there. I can't believe it.
And look at this. I said it earlier, Zeal. No lead is safe. Kobe played complete out of his mind that last stock, and it took one foul hit to close it out. And now center stage doesn't feel as safe anymore. This is where you have to completely calm down and make sure you're ready to clutch at any second.
Yeah, in this matchup, the lead is so important, but also, as Anathema is showing us, it just doesn't matter sometimes there. With execution as tight as these guys, it's going to be a little, you're going to need a serious percent lead to get away from stuff like that.
A nail-biting situation. Both are at a kill percent, and the back air connects, and that clutches it up. Anathema moving on from the loser side of bracket. What incredible pose from Anathema to clutch that up.
Yeah, I love that back air, but even more than that, honestly, I love the composure from Anathema both in and out of game. As soon as that was over, he put his hand on his chest real quick, took a deep breath, and just went into the fist bump right there. Good games, you know, and good games they were, truly. And you got to love both those players' mentals. Kobe, he's the type of guy, I've been commentating him this entire weekend. I've literally not seen him smile. Like, I'll be looking in the player cams, I'll be looking everywhere.